TMJ4 News is committed to helping parents, students, and educators get safely back into the classroom. And we are telling stories to help you make informed decisions for the upcoming school year. For some of you, that could mean homeschooling. Ryan Jenkins talked to parents who say if they are willing to try it, now might be the perfect time to do so.
More than 21,000 Wisconsin families were enrolled in home-based education during the last school year, according to the state's Department of Public Instruction. So I asked some of those families about the main difference between homeschooling and the at-home learning many students will face this fall from home.
It's absolutely not the same. And, often I comment on how unfortunate it is that people's first experience with homeschooling has been this kind of virtual distance learning because it's so very different.
The coronavirus pandemic isn't changing up study sessions inside this at-home classroom that Carrie Krenitz uses with her two sons, and many other parents are taking note of that right now.
Myself, along with other homeschool moms, have been inundated with questions from their friends.
The Wisconsin Parent Association says there's been a 40% increase in website traffic since the start of the pandemic, and the National Homeschool Association has seen some changes as well.
We've seen an enormous increase in interest.
Where do you think that's coming from?
Well, from what we're being told, probably half of the parents are saying they're not going to send their kids back if the children are required to wear masks. And the other half are saying they're not going to send their kids back if they're not required to wear masks.
Homeschooling mom Melissa Brander says the freedom that homeschooling offers Wisconsin families is part of what makes an at-home learning routine effective.
When you're doing the at-home learning, you basically are doing what the school is telling you to do. Whereas when you're homeschooling, in Wisconsin, we have so much freedom to decide when we want to do school and how we do school and the materials that we use. So they're really two completely different things.
To sign up to homeschool kids in Wisconsin, parents need to fill out a form of intent with the Department of Public Instruction, then provide 875 hours of instruction per year and offer a sequentially progressive curriculum in reading, language arts, math, social studies, science, and health. How and when you do that during the school year is up to you.
I got to go at my own pace. He got to go at his own pace.
16-year-old DELIANIS and her 12-year-old brother Blaze transitioned to homeschooling after years of both public and private schooling, and they say they love it. Their 10-year-old sister XENIA homeschooled from the start.
I do my math and science and my schoolwork, and then usually after that I'm done for the day.
Now, amid the pandemic, Eleni sees the flexibility of homeschooling as an advantage.
It's kind of relieves some of that stress from me because I don't have to worry as much about, oh my goodness, I'm going to be behind everybody. I'm not going to do well in school.
Less stress and less frustration.
Getting them to do their homework, getting them to stay on track. That's not what our experience is typically with homeschooling. It's a much more relaxed kind of learning environment that takes some of that frustration out.
Homeschooling won't work for everyone. The Coalition for Responsible Home Education recommends parents seriously consider sticking with their school district's virtual learning plan if they don't have a caregiver who's full-time at home dedicated to designing at-home curriculum. Reporting in Milwaukee, Ryan Jenkins, TMJ4 News.